I am live. Hello, everyone. I am Vancouver Island's medium, born medium, Bobby Roundtree, and I am live. I don't know if anyone else is out there. That's funny. Okay, so there's a comment up there. I did not put that up there, just so you guys know. It would seem that Facebook has put that up there. I don't really, yeah. I did not put that up there. Just so if you're hopping on and you can see this comment from me, Facebook must have put it there. Hello, Carrie. How are you? Yes, it is totally last minute. Hello, Lizzie. Yes, I am completely and absolutely last minute. I had actually even created a post with one of our videos, our first video, and I wasn't going to be coming on today because Erin wasn't coming on, and next week is Mother's Day, so I'm deaf's not coming on a Mother's Day because that is my day to stare at the wall and go, ugh. And that's how I do Mother's Day. Actually, I stare at my garden and go, ugh. But I wasn't planning on coming on. I was actually going to not. And then the post I created would not show up, did not show up. And I took that as a sign from the powers that be that, sorry, Bobby, you got to go on live because people are expecting you, people are waiting for you, and you didn't tell them not to be. Okie dokie. It is the unexpected. Today is the unexpected. Yes, thank you, Carrie. It would seem that today is the unexpected. You guys are on Facebook smashing because I was told possibly that Facebook wouldn't be able to broadcast what I'm putting down. So I'm glad that you are here. All righty. And since I wasn't even sure if I was going to be coming on at all, my brain is all blah. I don't know what I'm supposed to be talking about today. So actually, let's talk about that. The reason why I wasn't going to come on, it came to me. I don't know if I've mentioned it or if you've noticed this at all. Thank you, Carrie. I'm a bit of a workaholic. I have a tendency to work. I'll work in my sleep. I'll work till I fall asleep. I'll work. I will immediately start working the minute I wake up. Yeah, the phone is part of my working. So it has been told to me that workaholic idea I have in my head. Hello, Verna. Might actually be based on an ideology that I don't really adhere to. The idea that part of my workaholicness is uh, I think it stems from my childhood. I think that it stems from the idea that my worth is actually built into what I can give to others. Hello, Brenda. And within that idea of this worth being completely and absolutely measured by how other people feel about me is kind of ludicrous, isn't it? Because I can't control how other people feel about me. Even if I am the best person to them and really, really, blah, 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 they might actually have some inner stuff that, hello, Lonnie, how are you? That might actually make them think a certain way based on how they feel. So it was told to me that I have to start living my life a little bit more based on how I feel, which is what I tell people all the dang time. If I had a workaholic come to me as a client, I would say, I got to take this down. My daughter made it. I can't ignore it anymore behind me. That I would tell them to not work as much, or to at least make sure that if they're working, putting out a lot, that they are giving back to themselves as much as they are putting out. I don't do that. I try to do that, and I end up playing catch up all the time. I'm not as good at taking care of my needs as I was a mom. I still am a mom, but I'm not in the uber mom time. I think you actually get to a point where you actually put yourself aside and you put the other people ahead of you. And then when they grow up, you don't know how to put yourself first. Even when they're teenagers, you don't quite know how to put yourself first. So how do you put yourself first without being a selfish ninny? Because that was part of it. I wasn't sure. I thought, well, maybe it's supposed to be that I'm supposed to take that time off and that time for me. And then I thought about, well, what the heck would you do? And I wouldn't be doing things much differently than what I'm doing right now. And in fact, actually, when I come on the live feed, I get to be with you guys a little bit, not just be with myself. Hello, Linda. How are you? Happy Sunday. Okie dokie. Now, Linda has a question. Linda would like to know if there are any messages from Uncle Freddie. Uncle Freddie is showing you digging into the bottom of the sack. The very, very, very bottom. It reminds me so much of from this is another Price is Right reference. What the devil? I had a Price is Right reference last Sunday. Anywho, the sack that Bob Barker would have people go into to pull out the big clamshell things when he would play the clamshell game. You would put your hand in the sack. I was a little obsessed with Price is Right as a child, it would seem. Anywho. That's what he's showing you doing, reaching down and grabbing something out of a sack. And there actually might be a diamond brooch or something like that in there. He may have been hiding some jewelry of his wife or from his mom or from somebody. He might have put it in a safe place. He's actually showing me. I have some rings from a prior relationship that are hidden away in a place, which I guess I got to tell people that they are hidden away in that place. Because how else are they ever going to find those rings? Because I know where they are, but I haven't told anybody where they are. It's something like that with Uncle Freddie. So, and I think it's actually even a present to you. So hopefully, yeah. And it might be a diamond brooch. It might be something else that he equates with what you would think a diamond brooch, the kind of a diamond brooch would give you. And the people on the other side use brooches a lot. It's very often an example of jewelry is a brooch, rather than a necklace. Ring sometimes, but rings have their own sort of idea behind them. Like a ring, well, we all know what rings symbolize. That's why we wear them around our fingers when we get married. They're unchained. But anyway, so people on the other side use brooch. So I hope that is helpful, Linda. Okie dokie. Now, Carrie. Okay. Question, am I, for the love of God, on the right track with my health? Well done, Carrie. I've made huge changes. And I'm a bit of a createaholic. Oh, okay. Yes. We know this from your work. But universe is slowing me way down for self-care. I see. Same poop, different human. You're a createaholic. You need to absolutely be constantly making and creating and adding to the world and the universe around you. That is what I'm hearing. And actually adding to the world and the universe around you. Golly sakes, that can be so many darn things. I leave the house in a bad mood. I am adding to the world and the universe around me in a negative way. So if you pick up what I'm laying down here, it actually might be room for something else. And this actually might be a lull time in your creativity to allow you to start looking at other things that actually might be what's the word I'm looking for? In need of, better than that, in need of your creative energy. There might actually be something beyond what you're already creating that they want you to move further into. And I actually do believe I see a painting that you gave me that I have. You might want to go back to painting a little bit or do something mixed media. And okie dokie, horizons, broaden your horizons, quite possibly. Once again, I see you at a fair. I don't know if you sell your wares at fairs. I did not mean to rhyme, but there might be a new perspective-y sort of thing that they might want you to see. And that is why this lull is happening a little bit. Okay, I hope that is helpful. I'm so happy to see you too, Pat. Well, I can't see you. I'm so happy to be seen by you, Pat, and I can visualize you in my brain. You're lovely. Okie dokie. Now, Bonnie has a question. Bonnie is, nope, no energy for markets soon, I hope. Thanks so much. Yeah, I totally understand the no energy for markets because, boy, are they exhausting. When I do them, I actually have to have a table near a bathroom because they make me vomit. That's truth. So much energy that I actually get. And if anyone's had a reading from me at a fair and had me have to go 1 second, I'm sorry, I had to barf. It happens. Sometimes I try to do it between. Anyway, but you can't control barfing. You might think you can control barfing, but that's how you end up barfing on things you don't want to barf on. Not sure how long I'm going to be on today because I'm a little melty, it would seem, a little all over the place. All right, Bonnie. Yeah, the barfing, it sucks, but it doesn't suck because I could look at it as this is a negative thing. And when I do fairs, blah, 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 blah. Or I could look at it as, okay, I know that energy affects me, and I know this is my solar plexus chakra and our power chakra. So it's more intriguing than it is sucky. It's kind of perspective. Anyway, okay, honey. Okay. Okay, first thing I actually hear, and it's probably because it's your mother-in-law, is take care of him for me. I'm not sure that it means your husband, though. Once I said it, I kind of think it might mean her husband, not your husband, or someone else that she's left behind. She also is passing the matriarch torch to you. I don't know if she doesn't have any daughters, or if you are maybe out of love, the bossiest one, or the one that has the most authority with the others. Also, there, okay, it's tough when yeah, okay, so I'll just tell you what I see. This is better. I'll tell you what I see. I see her like she's standing in the kitchen. There's something about a broom and a dog. So I don't think she means clean up your dog, clean up your house. It might be that she means clean up your dog, clean up your house, but it might also be that okie dokie, she might visit with you when you sweep, because it might just be sweeping, but it might be cleaning, because cleaning, we tend to get in our heads a little bit, and then we can be spoken to. It's like when you're getting ready, you can be spoken to because you're staring at yourself. And she might actually communicate through a dog, or she might be a witch and she might have your dog. I'm not sure which one it is, but I tried to give you everything I saw, and it's in your kitchen, kind of in front of your fridge, just in case, just because there might be, there's something in there where that she is communicating with you in a way that you will understand, my hope. And it's not quite understanding by me, but I can tell you the pictures that I see. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Now, Pat, this is a great one. And the realization of her last sentence is wonderful as well. She says, I've ended up in a situation where I have ended up, even though it's my own doing. I'm not happy where I ended up. I'm going to assume things going to improve. Oh, absolutely. Because if you think about it, think about the part of your sentence. I ended up in the situation where I have ended up, even though it's my own doing. You already had the power to bring yourself into the situation. So you have the power to bring yourself out of the situation. The trouble is that we tend to not think we can take ourselves out of things. We tend to not think we have as much power as we absolutely do. So whatever brought you into that situation, whatever your thinking was, whatever was going on in your brain, that you can actually track forward, start thinking about how it's going to improve and what you would like to see. I find when we're doing stuff like that, to try to undo where we are can be like trying to climb a dang mountain. It's better actually to create a new idea than to backtrack out of an idea, if that makes sense. Because sometimes when we backtrack out of an idea or a thing, or when we try to think about how, sorry, I got hair. When we try to think about how to get ourselves out of situations, we constantly create obstacles to get out of the situations, because those are realities. So if you can look at a new situation, a new idea, and where you want to be, you don't have to think about how to get there. You just have to think about the fact that you want to be there. Don't think about how it'll happen. Just know that it will happen. And that is actually how you should or will be able to get yourself out of the situation. Golly sakes, I hope that made sense. Like I went in circles, but I always feel like I go in circles when I'm all alone. Okie dokie. Excellent question, Lonnie. Absolutely excellent question, because I get asked questions like this all the time. Until she died, she always looked at me. Okay, my grandma was very religious, and I wasn't a complete believer. Until she died, she always looked at me as bad, evil, because I wasn't a complete believer. Does she still think this? Okie dokie. No. It wouldn't make sense to you if she didn't anymore because you feel that it is ensconced in her personality. That is what I'm hearing from your grandmother. I am seeing the Bible because she's showing me the Bible I own. I own my grandmother's Bible. There's reasons for this. There are reasons why she adhered to the Bible, and she wants you to think about them and why she was such a staunch believer. Okay, she calls it faith, and she doesn't really like what I'm going to say about it a little bit. Okie dokie. Okay, I think she's going to get mad at me for saying this because she doesn't even want me to say it, but I'm going to say it anyways. I do not get upset with people who do not believe in what I do because I know it's true. I know for certain everything that I know to a certain, well, I know I'm telling the truth. I know that what I believe is true. I cannot be assuaged against it. If you push your faith and belief on somebody else, sometimes it can be due to a deep-seated fear inside of you, but that's not what it is. It's not that. She didn't want you to die in the depths of hell. She didn't want you to burn. She wanted to try to save you. You not believing in her faith made it so that she felt like every member of the family wouldn't be standing with her on the other side. And they all are. Even the naughty ones, she says, even the atheists are here. She can see an atheist over there that she knew from way back when, and here he is on the same plane as her. One thing she will tell you, though, is that she gets the finer fruits. Okay, that is one way of looking at it. Absolutely. If you go over to the other side with faith, with an idea that you are adhering to a higher power, that there is something else up there that is, I actually hear the controlling factor in the universe. I guess we could say it like that. Sounds a little when you say it like that. But if you go over there with faith, yeah, you are going to be sampling the finer fruits on the other side at first. And as you go, you actually can have time and the ability to strengthen your place on the other side through your people that are still living and through the deeds that you do on the other side. Your grandmother says you have a lot of work to do. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. And also too, I think you might have a faith of some sort that she in some ways not denounces as much as maybe doesn't see as valid. She wouldn't see me as valid, I don't think. In fact, actually, she might see me as blasphemous because I actually just heard that word out of her. But yet here we are. So I actually believe that she doesn't want to validate whatever faith that you are following at this time, but at the same time, she has to. So I hope that makes sense because I think it was, yeah, I hope that makes sense because I can feel her need to show you the love. I can feel the grandma-iness about her, but at the same time I can also feel what you say. God, I hope that makes sense, Lonnie. If it didn't make sense, let me know, please. Okay. All right. Vicky. Okay. I think your mother is in your dreams. I think that she's been talking to you in your dreams, and you might keep on having the same one over and over again. She's showing me a couple different things about it, though. She shows me the dreams that I had of my dad at first, where I had to chase him, and those are very common dreams when someone first crosses over. From what I understand, it's the person on the other side's ability to speak to you that makes that dream so you're chasing them because they can't figure out how to turn around. But with your mom, it feels like there's something she's making up to you. Like she's trying to get in there in some sort of way, or maybe even talk to you. I don't even know if she's making something up to you. It might even be her passing altogether. Um, Okay, she's showing you painting your toes. She might actually mean go paint your toes, but the painting of someone's toes denotes pampering, you taking the time for you. If you paint your toes, you are telling the universe, this is important to me right now. Me convening with my body, me being pampering myself is very important. And that is very good. That was what I was trying to do. But here I am. Anyway, pampering myself means chatting with you guys too, doesn't it? So, I okie dokie. You might want to also either, I don't think she doesn't show me the the pencil and pad next to your bed so you can actually write down the dreams. She actually shows you grabbing your phone and voice memoing into it. And I don't know if it's because you are blind. It might be because you can't find your glasses fast enough, or actually writing stuff down. You'll have to think about it, it'll take you out of it. It might be quicker to actually just voice memo it. I would honestly, if you're going to do that, go to a secondhand store and get yourself a little recorder or something. I think that'd be easier, because I also believe that the bright light of the phone and you looking at your phone might actually take your conscious mind, and then it'll be awake, and then your subconscious mind will be like, hey, we were telling you something, and your conscious mind's like scrolling. So you might want to actually do a voice recorder and not look at your phone, because golly sakes, are they ever distracting, and they'll take you away from messaging so fast, it's ridiculous. Yes. Oh, or should I have tried to find the owner of the rig? No, I'm seeing clapping. You did the right thing. And he actually may have been trying to tell us about that moment where you found it so that you could know that he's good and okay and he's watching you. Because they'll do that too. They'll show me something that has happened so that you can go, oh, I remember that did happen. That's not going to happen. And then that's because they were there. Oh, I almost lost my ring light. I jumped at you. I'm so sorry. I probably scared you. Like, holy crap, she's there. Okie dokie. This is an ongoing thing, Bonnie, isn't it? My husband just got his DNA results back. Does his mom have anything to say about it? Honestly, I actually heard mum's the word, and she locked her lips. I'll take that to my grave. There's a reason for that phrase. That's what I hear. I honestly think that she will say something to him about it on Mother's Day. I believe very much that it's very much between him and her, or him and his God, or something like that. That's the way that she puts it. Pushes. See, pushes is a word that she's using. I think it's family scandal in some sort of way. And in some ways, it's horrifying her. I don't know if she's British. Sorry, that's a judgment. But there's something having to do with that. Hello from Ireland. Oh, smashing. So, okay. Yeah. When I ask her about it, especially when I ask her about it, I can actually even feel it's interesting to me that there's a tension still within it. So the tension still within it must absolutely have to do with the fact that there are people who are connected who are still living, because then they still have living type things to have to deal with or to go through. Okie dokie. You also might want to extradite yourself out of the situation in some way, because you might get hit with friendly fire. You might be putting yourself in some sort of position where it's like a shoot the messenger kind of position. So you might want to pull back and just, okie dokie, I'm going to observe this more than anything else. And she says, take notes. Not quite sure what the heck that means, but most definitely, I think that most definitely, she is going to try to contact him on Mother's Day. I don't know if he's going to do something, if he has a plan to spread her ashes or because she shows him in the spreading ashes place. Like they have a place in my head that looks like the spreading ashes place. So yeah, get your husband to get a hold of his mother. I hope that is helpful. Okie dokie. Maggie. Okie dokie. Hi, Bobby. Recently, I received a lovely cat's eye ring that belonged to my deceased aunt, Margaret, whom I was named after. Yes, Maggie. A very unexpected gift. Margaret's one of those great names, too, like Elizabeth. Wondering if she has a message for me. Wear it with pride. Okie dokie. What does the third eye do? It's cat's eye different than tiger's eye because I know tiger's eye is for the third eye. I'm going to assume that cat's eye is the brown, different types of brown gold, and the striations. That's the word that I'm getting. Okie dokie. She's the one who gave it to you. Obviously, I don't think she actually physically gave it to you. I think it was a living person who actually handed it to you, but she's the one who made it happen. It has to do with the work you do. It has to do with your third eye. It has to do with your family connection. When we actually move ourselves forward with our psychic connection, we help our family on the other side, especially those who haven't done it. Because when we move forward with our psychic connection, then we are actually building a greater understanding of everything around us. And when you build a greater understanding of everything around you, everything gets better because you don't get so in the other little stuff. So I actually think that she gave you this ring and she wants you to use this ring because I keep seeing it on your hand when you're doing work, our work, the work that we do. There's something about that, and it's part of your journey. It's partly to help to open your third eye. It's like I wish I had a family talisman for my third eye. That would be awesome. Okie doke. Closest thing I have is my grandmother's Bible. Okie dokie. So I hope that helps, Maggie. Okay, now, Lonnie. That was right here. Okay, sorry. Hello, Caitlin. You're first. You're next. Okie dokie. This is a really cool thing because I have a piece of jewelry. I am waiting. I haven't seen it in 23 years now, but I am waiting. It's going to come back, right, Dad? Anyway, my papa bought me a pair of earrings for grad. I lost one, so put the other one in a jewelry box. My husband found it, and I haven't seen it in 10 plus years. After many moves, I couldn't believe it. Any messages from my papa or a reason for this finding? Excellent. Okie dokie. Something inside of my head says that it was found in a plain sight spot because they're showing me that. I don't know if the anniversary of his passing was around or if you especially needed to know that he is around or there's something that he's watching over you. I don't even know if it's entirely for you. It actually might be for a child. I don't know if you even have a child, for goodness sakes, cannot remember. So okie dokie. I actually hear in my head, hold on to it and I will tell you what to do. And does that mean you only have the one earring or now that you have two earrings again? Curious about that. Because I actually kind of think they're supposed to pass through your hands into someone else. And that is why you've gotten it back because you're at that point where you could pass it to the next person. And that seems weird because for a whole decade you've waited to get this back and now you finally have it back. And I would think you want to put it in your ear because you want to wear it a little bit. Yeah, but there's something, it's something about the messages for you to pass it along. So it might not even be that it's the earrings that you pass along. It could be that your grandfather, yeah, it's something, but the connection with your husband makes something too. Okie dokie. When you hold the earring, when you when you hold the earring, actually hold it here and pay attention to what comes to you and what comes to you immediately. It's almost like a psychometry thing, but you are on the right track in what you're thinking. He says that it is a sign. It came at this time because of the culmination of things that are happening at this time. So it has something to do with that. And I really wish I could give you more clarity. The only other thing is when I say it was found in an open space, there is a heart that I gave to my dad when I was 5. It like was huge. He had the good taste not to wear it. Anyway, it was a very big metal heart. And the day he died, I found it on my closet floor, and I hadn't seen it since I was 5. And now, after I had my first child, it disappeared again. So I know that it came to me the day he died so that I could wear it, and I wore it constantly. Anyone who knew me between the ages of 17 and 23 knows the heart I'm talking about, because I constantly wore it. But now it's gone, and it has been gone since I had my first child. And I believe there's a reason for that as well. So it's something like that. It's yeah. Okie dokie. So I hope that makes sense. Okie dokie. Okay, now Morgan, grandparents are okie dokie. Okay, a grandma especially. There may have been a grandmother who either helped raise you or held you or something like that. She's showing herself holding a baby. So my thinking is you may not have even known her, that she passed when you were a baby, or you are the baby of the family, or she passed before you were born and she held you, your spirit baby, before you were born. I actually think it's that one, because after I said that, I heard ding, 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 ding. So she might be telling us that so that you can identify which grandmother it is, because hopefully that makes sense. There might be something to do with education for you. Get one might be it. Might be because, and also too, further education. I further educate myself every day. In fact, today I further educated myself on a subject. I will research things. I don't have to be in school to learn. I'm learning every day of my life. They never stop. So it might be that, but I actually think it might be organized school or something like that, where you will get accolade. Also too, honestly, I actually heard stop chewing your nails. And I don't even know if you do chew your nails, but chewing your nails is a nervous twitch. It shows people that you're scared and you're nervous, and you're showing everyone that you're scared and nervous, and it makes it worse. So you may or may not be chewing your nails. You may be showing everyone your nervousness or your fears or something like that. So that's also what I hear. I'm sorry. That's super ambiguous, and I hope it helped. It's super ambiguous though, isn't it? Okie dokie. Now, Lonnie, you're welcome. I listened to every word you told me about my grandma. Every word you told me made total sense. Yay! And was almost a blast from the past. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much, Lonnie. That's tremendous. And full disclosure, I would say Lonnie is a person that I have known the longest on this entire feed, because we were in grade 4 together in Kamloops, British Columbia. Yeah. That was the only time we ever even knew each other, actually, except for now, because thank you, Facebook. All righty. Okay, Brenda. Okie dokie. Do you know what is the stabbing pain on Michaela's right side and her tummy under her boobs? Hospital tests say it's not kidney stones, but could be gastrointestinal. Huh. I would go with the gastrointestinal in her first bowel. Actually, it could be. Okay. They're making it look like there's a net inside of her that it will let certain foods come through, and then other foods will take forever, like a long time to digest, and actually create a lot of stomach acid and pain and discomfort as they're trying to digest. So kind of pebbly things. They actually want a food diary out of her, because she actually might be becoming more susceptible to certain foods, but it's weird because I don't know if she's in a relationship at this point, but that might be in some ways related. Maybe she and this person eat a certain food together and it's a food that she wasn't really exposed to before. I don't know what that is. It's really kind of strange, but they actually show her keeping a dietary plan and a whole thing of what did I eat and how, like, ow, oh, ow, like, so it's something like that. And it might be something that we don't expect because we expect gluten. Absolutely expect pastas, breads, things like that. But I hear mango, mango, exactly. And it could be as well. I don't know if she drinks the alcohol or if she eats the sugar or something like that, but her liver. So she might want some green tea. She, excuse me, might genetically run into a fatty liver or a bigger liver because of her father, because they link that, or she might have a similar habit to her father that is causing this, but inflammation goes around there as well within my brain. So honestly, they want her to think of this as a plus. When my diet got purified by the powers that be, oh my God, did I ever I was victimed in my head in so many ways. But now, thank gosh, because I have learned how little I need to eat, blah, blah, blah. Like it's, yeah, go with what your body's telling you because your body don't lie. Hope that makes sense. Okie dokie. Does my ex-husband Jim have any messages for me or our boys or grandchildren? Thank you for, oh, thank you, Pamela. Okay. I don't know if it's the oldest boy. Is it the oldest boy? Show them, and it might be the second boy. I don't know, you have one or two or three. There's something about number two with one of the boys, and it's actually keep on trucking. I don't know if he's actually a trucker, but he's supposed to keep on going with what he's doing because he actually might think. It's funny the way Jim shows it. It's like your son is walking along a garden row, like a big industrial sort of garden row, and he's planting seeds and he's looking really tired and the mud is getting harder, but he can't see what is ahead of him. And that's the big plants coming to fruition from the seeds he's planting. It was really good, Jim. That was really, really good. So whatever it is your son is doing, he's planting seeds for something and he might be getting really tired, but he doesn't realize if he keeps on going, there's massive plants and less seed planting down the line. I hope that makes sense. That was a really good one. Thank you, Jim. I like that, Jim. Okie dokie. Skylight. That's a neat name. Ah, my name is Hans. Okay, thank you. Hello, Hans. A general message for, usually with the general messages, I'm like, could you be more specific? But they actually want, they're okay with you being a little less specific, Hans. I don't know if it's nighttime where you are, but it's nighttime in my brain. I can see you by a window, and it's most definitely night because I can see a crescent moon, and it is a crescent moon. I don't know actually if a crescent moon is a time for men. It makes a little bit of sense. I know the full moon, every woman I know is affected by a full moon. I actually think men are affected by full moons as well, but it might be, and is that waxing? No, waxing is different. The waxing of the moon is different, isn't it? There's something about the crescent moon with you, which is kind of neat. It might even be, I don't know if you're a druid or if you're attracted to druid-like behaviors, but you actually might want to look into it because when I look at you, sir, you look like a Merlin. Yeah, you do. In a way that, and this is, golly sakes, it's, I have to be completely and absolutely honest because if I'm not honest with the things I see, I don't see more of what I'm trying to see. I hope that made sense. So in that honesty, you are making a motion at the window, which is not a motion you should make at a window because you might get arrested. Am I making sense? I hope I'm making sense. like that kind of motion. So I don't know if you are actually a cobbler or you build stuff at night or something like that, because it could be hammering, but it actually seems like it's coming from up and down. So it could actually be that at night, when the moon is a crescent, you need to actually look inside yourself, be with yourself, do something that makes you happy. Because, yeah, okay, so I'm going to stop being a child about it. They show it like you are masturbating. So to me, that is a symbol of when we are knowing ourselves and being with ourselves and giving to ourselves. We're actually igniting within ourselves a joy and an energy that is latent, that is right there. You want to feel good, do that, and you actually will feel a little bit better. You might feel a tiny bit of shame, but that might have everything to do with why you should do it more, actually. So, yeah, I know that sounds weird, but I think you need to concentrate on yourself. I think you need to start doing some things that make you feel good, and you can do them very, very quietly. They're showing me my husband, and he is very often brought out as an example of a man finding his spirituality in a manly way, and in a way that actually is generic to men. So much of spirituality is actually geared towards women and towards what women do, and a lot of the man stuff has been left behind. So fly your man flag. Fly your man flag. Anyway, so I hope that helps. I do. Thank you, Hans. I'm from Panama City, Panama. Ooh, very cool. That is where Hans is. That's really cool. Oh, it's a gray and white cat's eye. Wow. Okie dokie. That's really cool. Okie dokie. Hello, Amber. Yes, Amber, you can ask a question. You just write it down in there, and please try to make it as specific as you can so that I can pinpoint for you. Yeah. It was on the floor. Oh, it was on the floor. That's the sweeping up and the dog in the kitchen. Okie dokie, that makes sense. Okie dokie. I'm not even sure the context. Hello, Amanda. Hello, hello. I don't know if I said hello to you yet. Let me just go through and see if I can say hello to everyone that I haven't said hello to. I think I have said hello to Amanda. Hello, B. Hello, Chantel. Oh my goodness. And back to Alani. Okay, groovy. Okay, so we are left side. Oops. Okie dokie. Huh. Does that make you worry that it's her heart? Just saying that, Brenda. Does that make you worry that it's her heart? Okay, because I'm supposed to say because it's not. Yeah, it's her cleaning organs. It's something like that. Yeah. Okie dokie. My friend lost her license and is stuck in Ontario. Where's her license and will she get it back so she can come home? Yes, she wasn't supposed to leave yet. I do believe they actually even show me I wasn't going to come on today. I had created a whole post. I had our first video. Everything was geared up. I tried to post it. It would not post. It would not post no matter what I did. So I took that as a sign that I wasn't supposed to post that and I was supposed to come on live, because I wasn't just going to not show up. I had to tell you guys if I wasn't going to show up. So it's the same thing with your friend in Ontario, that actually they've held her back for a reason. Yeah, they've held her back for a reason, and it might be a very big one. I don't know if it actually has to do with someone crossing or a death or her father, but the example they gave me was I was actually considering moving to Winnipeg when I was almost 16 years old. And I went to a tarot card reader. The tarot card reader said, no, there's a man with brown hair and there's a reason why you should go back. That turned out to be the last year of my father's life. And if I had stayed in Winnipeg, I would have missed out on the last year of his life. And thank God I listened to that tarot card reader. So you don't always have to be where you think you're supposed to be. Sometimes actually you are where you're supposed to be at that time, and you're supposed to just sit back and know that the universe has your butt and they are going to take care of whatever it is that you need. Does that make sense? So yeah, sometimes it's always darkest before the dawn. It's sometimes when we get handed poop, we don't realize actually it's not poop. It is something to distract us because we were heading our way into poop. I hope that makes some sort of sense. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Grandmother question. Why did my precious little one stop breathing the other day and after help started breathing again? Is he okay or should more investigation be done? Okie dokie. I honestly heard he forgot how to breathe for a sec. I actually heard that. So and I hope you know who told me that. Okay, I'll just say it. Warren told me that. And I actually think he saw Warren. And Warren took his breath away. That's how Warren wants me to put it. I took his breath away. He says there's nothing wrong with the little one. He says there's nothing wrong with the little guy. Okie dokie. But you actually, I don't know if you get to babysit a lot or get a lot of time with a little human being. You might want to look at reflexology and start rubbing the child's feet to actually help the circulatory system move, because it's the circulatory system. And it actually might be something you can see in the men in your family, your husband particularly, because that's the person that I'm seeing, because I know the visual. So there's something about that, something about, I want to say something with their hips, but that makes no sense. But you could actually look at their hips and see a lack of circulation or something to that effect. Is that what you mean? Kind of, he says, a little bit. I kind of got it right. You don't need to worry. You choose to worry. Love, Warren. And Mom, I love you. I love you to the depths of the ocean, and you wouldn't believe how far they go down. Sorry, that was kind of cool because I think he's been to the depths of the ocean, and that's why he's telling you. You wouldn't believe how far they go down because I think he knows. Okie dokie. All right, now, Hans, we were very vague with you, so we're going to go with this one a little bit. Now, I don't know if, because your dad is looking at his wrist. That's the one piece of jewelry that I have of my father's is his wristwatch. It could be something like that. I actually think it's something about time. There's a matter of time. Yeah, and he shows you stepping up to the plate. I don't know if you are a practitioner, Hans, or if there might be something else that you do for the world that you bring to the world that you might need to do, but there's something more with that. He also says it's me. So just so you're aware that it is him in your home. And okay, so I think I'm correct in that you live in Panama. And I don't know what tropical birds, I guess tropical birds in Panama are just birds. And macaw. I don't know if macaws are in Panama, but your dad says it's me. Then he shows me the macaw. He says it's the macaw. To me, it looks like a black bird with a big beak that is a beautiful bright orange, like orangey red, like this, and white somewhere on its face. And he says macaw. So that's him, is what he's trying to tell you, that he's there every day. Every damn day he is with you. You might actually know when he's with you because of an itch or something on your back. And I'm not quite sure what that is, but it could just be where he touches you and where it's a hand though. It's him letting you know he's there. So you're doing stuff and he puts his hand on you. You almost look like you're tilling soil. I hope that makes sense. You're welcome, Brenda. Okie dokie. Now, Caitlin, did we get to that message? Let me know, because I do believe it was because I go backwards. I should go from the bottom to the top because as people come in, it pops up and I can see the third message before I see your first message. That makes sense. Okie dokie. Okay, Amber Foss. I have lots of friends and family members in the last year. Any messages for me? Okie dokie. Lots of friends and family members. I am apologizing. Sorry, Amber. Okie dokie. There's someone who's like a mother figure. Might even be your mother figure. Honestly, she shows it like you guys are in a pew and she says, keep the faith. I seriously see that. It's like I am sitting in a church. It's like the way they come to you in dreams when they give you something that is like keep the faith. That seems like a colloquialism, but it's actually the easiest way that they can encapsulate something that they're trying to say to you. And she is saying, keep the faith. The fact that you're in a church pew might have to do with who the mother figure is, but it might also be symbolizing faith itself and staying within a dogma of sorts, a faith base. Okay. Okay. I am also hearing allow yourself to know. It could very well be as well that you have a lot of people on the other side right now and you're feeling a little, because some of them are actually trying to get a hold of you or may find themselves able to get a hold of you, and you might be stricken with grief. And stricken with grief will make it so that you just think you're grieving when they come around you. You just think that your grieving is heightened because now you're thinking of that memory and then this, and why am I thinking about that about them? They are actually in the room, and I actually think you're attracting them to you, or somebody else in your house is. If you have a little young one who is one of those kids that says those weird things, that actually might be part of the attraction coming in. There might be a whole slew of folks coming in and around. So what do? Well, you meditate and you find different ways. They're actually showing you playing with tarot cards. So you might want to play with tarot cards just to get right straight to it. I play with cards all the time for myself, for my own needs, because you can't really do it out of here because, it's your thoughts, it's your own voice, blah, 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 all those sorts of things. So allow yourself to know. That is what I'm supposed to tell you. Right now, that's what I'm doing. I'm knowing. I'm hearing stuff. I'm feeling stuff. I'm sensing stuff. And I'm taking all of it as though it is gospel truth being shown to me. That is me displaying my knowing. That's allowing myself to know. It's allowing yourself to just be what you're supposed to be and not worry so much about whether or not right, blah, 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 all those sorts of things. So allow yourself to know, and you might want to start taking note of certain things. Take note of who you're thinking of when you find that dime, and you might want to start writing it down because they're showing you writing it down. So that might be a valid thing for you. I hope that makes sense. And I hope that helps. Okie dokie. B, we have not talked to you yet. Bianca Thomas. Is there anything about Bianca Thomas coming through? Now, I don't know if you are Bianca Thomas, since you're B Thomas. That makes a lot of sense to me. But I almost want to say it's your alter ego. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Okay. It's very, very strange. It's Bianca Thomas is like the surprise at the bottom of a cereal box. Maybe we need to be a little more specific because I'm not entirely sure. I don't. Okie dokie. Bianca Thomas is the surprise at the bottom of the cereal box. Bianca Thomas might be the thing you didn't realize. Bianca Thomas is a surprise. I've said the name so many times now. I'm not entirely sure if that makes sense to you because the question is so ambiguous. So I apologize if that is far too ambiguous. If it is, get at me a little bit, okay? Okie dokie. It's nice to see you too. I don't see you. It's nice that you are here too, Chantel. One of these days, I was thinking about it. I was watching a whole forum and they didn't do it like a Zoom, but I thought it would be so cool to do this as a Zoom, wouldn't it? So you guys can all see each other and actually we can see reactions and things so everyone feels like they're more in the room. I'm going to talk to Erin about that and see if we can do something about that. In fact, actually what I would really love to do is everybody in the room, but not all of you are here. Some of you aren't in British Columbia. Some of you aren't on Vancouver Island. So that would be a thing. So I'm going to think about that. And if anyone has any sort of insight that I could, any insight, please let me know. See, I'm melting. I sleep late at night. I sleep late night. I see. Okay, that makes a little bit of sense. Skylight. Hans, sorry. I keep calling you Skylight. Okie dokie. Okay. Honestly, Chantel, I hear Bear is on his way. I do hear that. I always see Bear on the train tracks. It reminds me so, oh my gosh, yeah. And you're not Canadian, so you won't get the Lola's Hobo reference. Here in Canada, we had a TV show. We had 3 TV shows in the 70s. King of Kensington, Lola's Hobo, and W5, pretty much. But Lola's Hobo was a show about a German Shepherd that would walk across Canada and help people with troubles and then walk off again. He was just the greatest. And there was a theme song. There's a voice keeps on calling me. That is what I hear when I focus on you and I see Bear. Down the road is where I'll always be. That's a little song. Every step I make a new friend. Okie dokie. All right. Okay. Yes. Yes, Lonnie. Reach out to your friend who has fallen down the rabbit hole because it is that. And it's like a rabbit hole and all of these things that you can't. When Alice fell down the rabbit hole, she saw all of these things floating near her. She couldn't grab a hold of any of them, but she could see them there. So she had no real depth to it. So that's what you're dealing with maybe a little bit there. So yes, absolutely get in touch with him. And what do you got to lose? That's what it is. What have you got to lose? Okie dokie. I am going to, oh my. Okay. That would be wonderful. Thank you, Pat. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Now, yes, I am Bianca Thomas. Hello there. Oh, I see. So B is Bianca Thomas. Okie dokie. All right. And are you B Thomas as well? Or were you bringing Bianca Thomas to my attention? Okie dokie. And I need to, okay, I'm going to find out if Jumbo is okay. And I did not see it. I don't think I saw it. Okie dokie. I think I did miss her, and I'm not quite sure if. And I hear that Jumbo is okay, but is Jumbo on the other side? I need to know that because that's actually the okay I feel. Yeah. But I don't entirely. Okay, so I hear that, yes, Jumbo, okay. Jumbo is on the other side. Thank goodness. Okay, thank goodness, because Jumbo is okay and Jumbo is getting better every day. And I don't know that Jumbo matches their name. They are not an elephant, right? They are, it is like calling a bald guy curly. That's my thinking. Jumbo is okay because Jumbo makes it look like Jumbo visits you. And if Jumbo visits you, mostly cats do this, the bump, 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 bump on your bed. But I could totally see my dog Angel doing it because that's actually how she used to let me know that she was coming onto the bed. She touched the covers. God, I miss her. So yeah, Jumbo is okay. And I don't know if you have Jumbo's ashes actually with you, or you have something of Jumbo. It might even be the collar of Jumbo. I have the collars of almost all of my crossed over pets, but okie dokie. Also too, I don't know if you had to make the choice, but I hear thank you, mommy. I also, peace of mind. I honestly believe that Jumbo's trying to give you peace of mind, or you give Jumbo peace of mind. I honestly believe both to be true. That's what I should say, that both of those things are true. You're, and, okay, you're mourning. Allow yourself to mourn. This was a being who was part of your life. Who cares if they were a human? I'm pretty sure they're not a human, right? Am I right? But is a grandpa Jumbo is a human being. My God, a human being. Okay, because then why do I see the cat so much? I need to know that. I see this orange striped tabby as a symbol of Jumbo. I don't know if he had an orange striped tabby and he uses the orange striped tabby, but I see a cat as Jumbo, and that the cat is there to help Vicky to feel okay, and that she's in mourning. And when I see the cat coming to you too, you're in bed. That's a really weird way. Yeah, the name did throw me off. Yes, the name did throw me off totally and absolutely, because my brain went immediately to Dumbo's mother, because that was her name, Jumbo. This is Jumbo. At least in the Disney movie. Is there a book? Is Dumbo based on a book? Tell me. Okie dokie. So, okay, this is what I get. And because of thinking it's a cat, this is actually what I thought. I thought it was a cat. To be perfectly honest, I wasn't sure if it was dog or a cat because it was so ambiguous. I would see the tiptoe that a cat does on your bed. If you've had a cat and that cat is crossed over, sometimes you can actually be laying in your bed and think, is my cat on my bed? No, my cat's gone. So why do I feel that? And then it disappears. So something like that happens. I don't know if he used to come to your bedside and sit with you. Okie dokie. Just mine. Okie dokie. Jesse's question didn't get answered. Only Caitlin's got answered. Okie dokie. Please rehash Jesse's question for me. Okie dokie. And we're 1 hour. I was going to only do 1 hour. So I'm going to just do a little bit more and then I'm going to disappear. And I am sorry if I'm going to disappear. Okie dokie. Now, honestly, Jumbo also wants you to know, and this is why I took so much time with it, because I still don't quite entirely get it. Look for me. He actually says, look for me in, like that. Look for me in, which, yeah, that makes absolute sense to me, because people from the other side use animals. I had a robin again at my window today. What the heck? Banging its little body against the window, the poor thing. So, when I look at that, I see that somebody from the other side has sent me that robin. Somebody other side, I actually give them poop for doing it. I say, stop hurting the birds. So, my thinking is, when he says, look for me, it's in things like that, because it's not always just one thing. We can get quite attached to one thing, but sometimes they can't make, if you have, like, they can't make a crow fly by you because they couldn't quite get to a crow, because those are things that are here that are being influenced by them. So, golly sakes, I hope that makes sense. I hope you have a cat that's bugging you. I really do. Okie dokie, Morgan. I thought I did answer that one. I'm pretty sure. Hello, Nancy. How are you? Hello, Pat. Pat, you're not talking too much. I'm talking too much. But I guess if I wasn't talking, we'd all just be sitting here. Okie dokie. So, I hope that helps. I've got to take this down. I don't even know where I took it off from the thing so I could take it down. There it is. Okie dokie. All right. Pat, I know I'm talking too much, but I had a weird dream the other night where W told me he had to go through my mom, dad, and finally my uncle to get his phone call through. Immediately, I knew the phone call was from him, even though his father had answered the phone, not recognizing his voice. He wanted to come home, and I was trying to figure out how he could do it. Oh, wow. That must have been an incredibly hard phone call to get. And it wasn't even a phone call. It was a dream about a phone call. Wow. Yeah, that would be hard. Look at that as well, too. He had to go through my mom, through my dad, and finally my uncle to get his phone call through. So I think for certain that was a message from him. You are home to him. It might even be he was trying to figure out how. Yeah. Are you sure he wanted to come home, or he was telling you he was home? Well, because that wouldn't seem like home to you, because he is what we call home, but not your home, is it? No, it's not the same. And I honestly believe that because things are hard right now, that's why you had the dream, and it's just compounding the hard. But I don't think it was meant to compound the hard. No, it was meant to make you happy. It was meant to make you know that you could receive a phone call from him. That's what it was meant to do. That's why he hangs out here on Sundays. That's what he says. So, and yes, I did. I mentioned him today during a reading to somebody. I'm absolutely certain he wanted to come home with you. Absolutely certain, because he doesn't want you to think otherwise. Oh, okie dokie. I'm actually hearing that you might want to start doing more stuff that makes you feel closer to him. And when I see you doing that, I'm seeing you garden. I'm seeing you planting flowers in your front yard. I don't know if that would help, but he's also showing me suicide awareness hotlines. He's showing me things like that. So that might make you feel closer, stronger. You're not any less close than you were before. You just don't feel the same way you did then. That's how he wants me to put it. Okie dokie. He wants you to also think too that every tiny little thing that happens, after it happens, you go, and W's gone. Like, ow, I just stubbed my toe, and W's gone. So it's like compound. It's that compound thing on top of everything. And yeah, we don't want it to be that way. He doesn't want it to be that way, but what can we do? You know where I would rather be, but you also know where I am right now. And he says, I love you, Mom. Okie dokie. Thank you, Jerry. Jerry is lamenting her non-techiness, but I'm absolutely certain her non-techiness is yeah, by design. That's what I just heard. Actually, it's amazing. Some of you guys that come here very, very often, I have visuals of your loved ones, and it's like they know. It's probably why I was on, because they knew I was supposed to be. Okie dokie. I am actually going to sign off, and I'm sorry if I missed your question. Please, I won't be here next weekend, but we'll be here the weekend after that, I believe. If not, I'm going to let you guys know. Also, too, you can make an appointment with me if you want. You can, yeah. You just go on my website, Trinity Yoga and Spiritual Services. trinityyoga.com. I've said it so many times that way in my videos. Trinity Yoga and Spiritual Services.com. So that's me. Woo, Jerry wants to go to my place this summer. I love that idea, Jerry. That makes me excited. We should talk about even more. Okie dokie. I hope that everyone has a lovely evening. Thank you so much. I will give Erin all the hugs for you. I am going to go and most likely watch the TV show Traitors with my husband. Great show. Watch the Australian and the British version. It's on Crave. So yeah, people get, yeah, it's a groovy show. All right. All right. Thank you so very much, everyone who came, and I hope that all of our questions got answered. Namaste. Thank you so much. Bye.